Hello and welcome to the 216th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by other host, Jordan.
That's me.
That's him. Jordan.
Yeah.
You gotta tell the people where we put this whole thing.
So, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify Podcast, and the RSS Feed linked below. YouTube and Spotify have the video platform where you can see us. Instagram, TikTok, you can contact us. And as always, synapsemisfire at pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats.
Yes.
You want to know something crazy, Chris?
What's that?
I'm getting so good at this podcasting thing that before we started recording, I pulled my name off the Dunkin' Cup.
Nice.
I knew that was on there.
Nice. Yeah, your social security number was on there too.
I know, it's so weird that Dunkin' asks for that every time I make a purchase. It's so bizarre.
Can you get a name for the order? Oh yeah, the name's Chris. Can I get a social security number for the order? Oh yeah, of course. Name, date of birth, last four of your social.
A credit card number, perhaps? Like, I already paid. Yeah, no, it's just for record.
No, it's just for verification.
What's the limit on this card, by the way? Yeah, it happens.
What's the limit on this? Oh, it's like $1,000, and they go, ugh, and they
Just take it back. They actively scoff. You're just like, all right. You really don't want to steal it? Like, no, I'm good.
Broke ass bitch.
Please steal it.
Please.
So, Chris, what have you been up to?
Man, I've been like fucking reading words a whole lot.
Man,
I've been reading stuff.
It's usually a good thing to do with words. Usually you read them, you parse them.
On occasion.
Perhaps.
On occasion. I've in past talked about a little bit about my enjoyment for the Mistborn books.
What can he say? He likes a little bit of Mist and a little bit of Born.
Listen, Mistborn, the Final Empire, love it.
The final cream pie.
I don't think that happens in the book. I've read them.
I read Kissed-born.
See, that's the
schmut.
Final Empire, it's good. The Well of Ascension, it's not as good. And then the Hero of Ages is really good.
Interesting.
But there's more than 3 of these things. After the 3rd book, there's a time skip in the universe, and then we jump to 4 additional books. There's a 300-year time gap. There's 4 new books. It's called the Wax and Wayne Saga, hence starring the titular 2 characters being Wax and Wayne.
That makes sense.
Of course, it stars the main character being former lawman for hire Lord Waxilium Ladrian and his buddy Wayne.
That's his only name, Wayne.
Well, that's how that works. Is like the nobles get last names, but everyone else doesn't.
That made sense.
So, that's why it's kind of awkward in the first book or in the first era where it's like we're talking about Ellen Venture, and then no one else has a last name.
Happens.
Until they start talking with like other people who were house lords. It's like we have Ellen Venture, we have Ashweather Set, and we have Vin.
Not Diesel.
Like that's her whole. Well, then she becomes a Vin Venture, but like
Vin Venture. Vivi.
At the end of the 2nd book, they get married.
Yeah.
That's the spoiler. That 2nd book.
Why didn't you put a spoiler warning, dude?
But I mean this sincerely, just reading the 4th Mistborn book. I mean this sincerely when I say that if you want to like get into fantasy reading, like epic fantasy, things like that, or you want to get into like an entry point on Sanderson specifically, because like his fucking bibliography is intimidating. You hear shit about like the Cosmere and like, oh, this is what's going on in the Cosmere, and then you look up what the fuck is the Cosmere, and the books connected to it are like fucking 1,200 pages long. You're like, what's going on? Wait. You're good. Your entry point, start with Mistborn. If you don't like the first book, you can put the whole series down. The first book is an entirely like self-contained story.
Oh, really?
So you like there's stuff that continues afterwards, but is entirely self-contained. Like between the first books is like After the first book, I think the second one picks up like a year later, and then the third one picks up like a year after that.
Interesting. That's a cool way to do it.
But the way those books are paced and the way they dole out information is fucking perfect. It is so goddamn good. Like, I can't put this book down. I'm just like blitzing through this book. And I'm like, I'm putting different conspiracies together based on what I know from the first era of the books. And from what I understand, now that I'm also, I had been listening to it, but now I'm actually physically reading it because I found that I can absorb it way better, is the Stormlight books. Mm-hmm. So I'm reading The Way of Kings as well. And I've heard that the payoffs that happen in the Stormlight books are way bigger and better than what happens in Mistborn. So I think it's drawn me in now a lot better now that I'm physically reading it. But I think by like maybe the middle of this first book, I'm gonna look like Charlie putting together Pepe Sylvia in Always Sunny, because I'm already doing that with the fucking with this book. I have a few bear trap theories out about the plot at hand. As you go on, I'll get into some light spoilers for this one and the previous books.
Hi, Chris from the editing room here. In this clip, I say that I will get into light spoilers for the Mistborn series. I got into some pretty extensive spoilers, so this is a major spoiler warning for Mistborn books 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you.
As you go on, you learn that there's different arts, different magics based on using metals in different ways. And there's lore about, like, there's allomancy, which is a preservation, and it's like this is the good art. And then there's hemalurgy, which is of ruin, and that's the evil one. And then there's ferochemy, which is sort of neutral.
Yes, they have like a morality to them almost.
Yeah, and you can see where like hemalurgy is like probably the fucking coolest thing I've ever read about, where hemalurgy is it steals power from people.
Huh.
Like, you make spikes out of different metals, and it can steal different powers from people who have them. So that's you can use these spikes, and you have to, like, you kill someone with it while driving it into another person, and it gives them whatever power.
It's like a transfer of power.
Yeah. Which is fucking awesome.
That's pretty dope.
That part, I should walk back what I said. That is kind of a major spoiler. So I'll put another thing up to say, hey, this is a major spoiler instead. But hemalurgy is so fucking cool, like, conceptually.
That's pretty. Yeah, that does sound pretty sick.
I was bought in. So I'm doing kind of the now that this whole time has passed, there's new concepts of, because there's more freedom among practicing the magic, and there's less oppression, like, generally. There's all kinds of different combinations that exist of people. And we get things like the Mistborn, which is like kind of have now faded into legend, because the people have now because allomancy, ferochemy is all like inherited. So that's why they had this caste system of nobles where they were all interbreeding with each other because they wanted more magic users, basically.
Yeah.
But now everyone's just free to do whatever, pretty much. They still have kind of a caste system, but it's a lot more intermixed than it was.
Interesting.
So now there's all kinds of combinations of what people can be, but it gets diluted over time. So now there's no more Mistborn anymore. And like, Mistborn are the people who can use all the powers.
Like a jack of all trades.
Yeah. And now there's like, there's just Mistings who can use one of the powers. But there's some of these that I think, brought to their logical conclusion, make you fucking unstoppable. Like, there's one guy who can just he can just slow down time in like a specific area for like not an insignificant amount of time either.
Yeah, like he can hold that spell.
Like you can just hold that, and then around this bubble, time slows down almost 100%.
Yeah, might as well be stopped.
The idea of someone being able to do that in a fight, you would be fucking invincible.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I think those books are paced very fucking well. The way information is released is very well done. So if you're looking into an in on epic fantasy and you find that other books, especially other Sanderson works, are more intimidating, start with Mistborn. It's not so heavy on the lore up front, which is a complaint I've had about Stormlight. It's like the books,
Very
we're
heavy.
getting into lore way too heavy, way too quick.
Yeah, you gotta ease me into this. It's my first time, you know?
Exactly. Like, start on Mistborn is a little less risky in that regard. It's a lot more traditional in terms of structure. And you can also pick and choose, because you don't, to read the second era Mistborn books, you don't necessarily have to read the first era books. I would recommend it, but like they're self-contained stories in and of themselves, but there's a lot of reference to the old books. You don't necessarily need to know what happened. It actually would almost be an interesting situation to not know what happened, because then you would be learning about stuff about this society in the same way the characters are. Where this is now what happened, the events of the first book is just well-documented history now. And they just, they make passing references to it the same way we would our history. But we weren't like, I think making a reference to like the American Revolution and being there were two very different, things.
It kind of reminds me, this is a very light example of this, so I'm not saying it's one-to-one, but kind of reminds me of like Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2, you know?
Yeah.
Where like Red Dead 1 establishes there's a history here, doesn't really touch on it a whole ton, but sometimes throws a couple little references, and then 2 was essentially to expand upon it. Obviously in reverse order, because in this case the books came out sequentially, but
pretty much.
it's interesting. That's cool. So you can kind of jump straight into the book.
Yeah, you can go straight to second era. Books are a lot of fucking fun.
And if you do like it, it sounds like there's a lot more to come, according to what Chris was telling me.
Yeah, this fucking guy can't stop writing.
Can't stop, won't stop, baby.
He writes Mistborn and Stormlight kind of concurrently. So
That's crazy.
And releases them at the same time around, because Mistborn is supposed to be the counter to Stormlight, where Mistborn's like tighter and faster paced, and Mistborn is more like, or Stormlight is more like extended and
Drawn out
and
flavorful.
more epic, where like Mistborn is supposed to be snappy.
It's like his Odyssey, essentially. That's interesting.
But there's 5 Stormlight books. There's supposed to be another 5. There's 7 Mistborn books, and there's supposed to be another 9 that are coming out. So he did set the expectation, though, that it's going to take a while.
It would take me a while to write 9 books, too.
He said that around then, like Stormlight won't be done until like probably like 2040 or something. Which,
all in all, it's not bad.
a promise like that made by him, I sincerely believe he's going to finish the series.
As long as he doesn't die. Yeah.
Honestly, I sincerely believe that, because he's shown time and time again that he just fucking churns out books.
Well, and it seems like he's committed to his IP.
And decent shit, too. Like, he's not churning out bullshit.
Schmut.
Does he have books that are worse than others? Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Like I said, like I implied before, the second Mistborn book wasn't really my favorite. It's definitely the weakest one I've read so far. But, like, I mean, it's pretty, he hits pretty consistently.
Which is really all you can ask
Like,
for.
way more than he misses.
Yeah.
If this was a promise made by Pat Rothfuss, then yeah, sure, I think he's full of shit, because Pat Rothfuss has shown himself like time and time again to be full of shit.
Sounds
Which is
like
a shame because, like I said, like Name of the Wind is such a fucking great book. But I have no motivation to read the second one because the third one's not coming out.
Yeah, it's just an IP in the wrong hands, you know?
Yeah.
Neglected IP.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, basically, he's not much worse than Valve with Half-Life. Valve has left Half-Life 2 players waiting for, 18 years now?
Something like that.
A Half-Life 3? At least I feel like there's a reality in which Valve made it. It doesn't sound like he will, though.
I think the difference is Valve hasn't consistently been like, Half-Life 3 is done. I have to. I can publish Half-Life 3 tomorrow,
but I'm not going to.
But I'm not going to because I need to go back and edit stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
they've just been silent.
if they came out with Half-Life 1 and they were like, okay, Half-Life 2 and 3 are already done,
and
then here we are where Half-Life 3 doesn't exist. Then I would say it's a comparable situation. Yeah. But I don't think they've made any promises whatsoever to ever release a third game of any of their or third installment of any of their IPs.
I really want them to make a Left 4 Dead 3. That's a tangent, but still, I have to throw that out there. Like, please, sir, we need
please, just a little Left 4 Dead.
Just leave me for dead, please. That'd be dope.
I'm definitely trying to read stuff more because I've been trying to. I'm trying to get into it, and I fell off for a while, and I think I started reading some books, and then a lot of them just weren't for me. And then I think I just had to get back into something that I really fucking liked.
Yeah, you got to get that hook to pull you back. Yeah, pull you into the deep end again.
So I'm starting to sniff around. I think
like a bloodhound.
I think maybe my next year goal is to in between just read all of Stormlight and then in the next year. But in between that, I should probably filter out some other books.
Get some new exposures. Yeah,
I'm interested in reading the Elric of Menibene saga by Michael Moorcock. Unfortunate name. Personally, I'd be called Michael Lescock. Honestly,
you gotta be a little more accurate to the reality. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, that's on my list of things to read. I want to give another stab at the First Law trilogy because Joe Abercrombie's a pretty good writer. Mm-hmm. So I'm just sniffing around. I'm kind of tacitly interested in maybe reading The Black Company, but also The Black Company has a lot of subject matter. I don't know how egregious it is. It has subject matter that I'm not exactly super interested in reading.
Like what? If you're able to disclose?
It's about this saga of books is all stories of the Black Company, who are just the most evil pieces of shit ever.
Kind of like Blood Meridian. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I don't really have an interest in reading Blood Meridian either. It's okay, these guys, this is just villainy.
Yeah. For the sake of villainy.
It's but it depends if it's making a passing. I don't know how egregious it is. If it makes passing mentions to the really terrible shit, fine. But if it's a in-depth description of all the really bad stuff that happens,
they're not really interested.
I don't know if I'm that interested in that. But it hasn't gained that much controversy in the time that it's been out. I don't know how it was when it was released. It was released in the fucking 80s. So
maybe it's not as bad as it sounds.
Maybe it's not as bad as it sounds because I feel like other people would be don't interact with people who are reading Black Company. They're fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Because I think there's other complaints about it. It was the 80s, and they said some things about certain groups of people that are not very nice. Okay.
A little dated.
They're bad people. I don't care if a bad guy in a book is a homophobe or whatever. I don't know if I care about that necessarily. Mm-hmm. Because I think if you explicitly make an evil person a bigot,
it's kind of par for the course.
I think you're just showing that thing is bad. Yeah. So it's very much a product of its time, I guess. So I'm kind of interested in reading that, but I don't know how egregious they get with some of the things that happen in that book.
Right. Yeah, how on the nose and literal it is, as opposed to, like you said, just passing like, hey, this
Yeah.
happened. Done.
So I'm definitely getting into stuff like that.
That's fair. Lexi keeps trying to convince me to read more. And, like, I do enjoy reading. I haven't read in probably 10-ish months. And, like, I enjoy reading, but I don't, like, enjoy it enough. Like, if I was retired, I'd be reading way more. But, like, in a day-to-day life sense, like, I have other hobbies that I sort of prioritize, like gaming and photography and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I just don't read. But I do enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. When I get a book, you know, I do enjoy sitting down and working through this tale. I think the thing that I have an issue with, maybe with books specifically, why it's hard to, like, take the plunge is because, like, sometimes it takes 10 pages to know you love something. Sometimes it takes 250 pages to know you love something. And it's essentially a time commitment with possibly no payoff, right?
True, yeah.
So, like, most of the books I have read over the last 5 years are additions to universes I already know. So, like, I read all the Dishonored books. I read the Uncharted book. I read the Spider-Man video game books. I read some of the Assassin's Creed books. Like, I read things that were already in universe that I already had a foot in the door, knew what I was kind of getting, and, like, committed to. And then I did read a couple of standalone novels, like Kill House. I think I had mentioned this to you once. Kill House is a really, really neat horror book. It's not, like, you know, particularly, I would say, masterclass writing, but it's pretty cool. It's about a group of authors who go to a house that tries to kill them. Pretty cliche, but pretty dope. And
Like the 2006 animated masterpiece Monster House.
exactly, but more gory. So that was a really cool book, you know, standalone. So I did enjoy it, but, like, The Winter People was one I read recently. That was a pretty cool book. I read that within the last, like, 8 months or something. So that was cool.
There's a book that entirely takes place in a parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts in Boston, Massachusetts in February.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of wintry ass people. So I do enjoy it, but I just don't make time for it.
I think you just
frankly.
gotta find shit that you like, and also that's you have to pick and choose. We talked about this before. There's things that I've let go away because I'm focusing on other stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I had the thought of, like, adding something into the rotation of hobbies, but, like, I just don't fucking have the time. I can't.
You can only juggle so many things at once.
Yeah.
And I try to prioritize what brings me the most joy in the moment, you know, because that's what I'm here for, right? Like, I'm not here to read books so I can become an author. I'm not here to play video games so I can become an esports pro. I'm here to just enjoy my time with what I'm doing. So if today that is 50% video games, 50% photography, cool. If it's 80% photography, 20% games, cool. If it flip-flops, cool. Like, I want to do the thing that makes me go, like, I enjoyed my weekend, you know?
True.
So
And
that's
I'll also DNF, like, games and books and things that I don't like, because I don't have the time to not read, like, something that's not peak, you know.
no, yeah, exactly, exactly.
If I'm reading some bullshit,
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's something with a lot of hobbies that I feel like most hobbyists will frown upon in those specific hobbies. But, like, sometimes I think it's okay to DNF. Like, if you're a big movie person and you're binging through series and you're loving it, but then you get to a series that's like a cult classic and you just fucking can't stand it.
yeah.
DNF it. Don't force yourself to watch 10 hours of mediocrity if you don't want to, you know? Don't worry about what the r/movie people say, right? Like, no. That's kind of how I am with games, right? Big games will also come and go, but I'm like, okay, I have 7 hours a week to actually play games. Am I going to play Battlefield 6 for 7 hours? Am I going to play Marvel Rivals? Or am I going to pick up, like, a new single-player game that I can just kind of tit through on my own and be with and not have to worry about the zeitgeist behind it? You got to pick and choose. There's been plenty of games this year that I've run out of time this year. In past, I've had way more time. This year specifically has been pretty chaotic, so, like, there's been way more games this year that I've actually been like, oh, it's on my wish list. I'm just going to remove it. Like, I'm not going to have time for
Forget it. Yeah.
Like, Avowed. I would have went back to Avowed. I really would have. But it wasn't peak for me. So I was like, I'm good.
You have to go back, and I think now I'm starting to get used to the fact that things I enjoy are going to just take longer now.
Yeah.
So, like fucking Baldur's Gate 3, it took me like 3 months to play that fucking game.
But that's how it is.
You know, I get that reading, like, Stormlight, reading, like, The Way of Kings is probably going to take me a couple months at least. But I'm committed to try to just read, like, one chapter a day.
And that's it.
And there's 75 chapters. So like, just do the math.
Yeah. 75 days. 2.5 months.
It's, and I'm interspersing it too. I could probably put more time into Stormlight if I wasn't also reading Mistborn.
Right.
Because I can't fucking put that. I'm like, I've read 200 pages in like 4 days.
Yeah. See, but that's what you're gonna do. Yeah.
For people who are like really voracious readers, it's like,
That's
I could do that in a day. I work so much.
Yeah.
I'm putting in 15-hour shifts at the ball crushing factory. Okay.
Pretty much.
I'm leaving the house by like 6 in the morning, 6:15
Getting home
in the
at
morning.
like 6.
And I get home at like 6. I don't have the time to read 200 pages in a day.
Yeah. You still have to eat, shower,
Goon.
I was gonna say jork. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's been a big thing.
And there's books that are like objectively pretty good. Like the Wizard of Earthsea.
I think I'm gonna say the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. I really liked how that book was written, but I read like half of it. I'm like, this isn't doing anything for me really. I think the word choice was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. You DNF'd that one?
I DNF'd that. I'm probably gonna pick it up again at some point because it's pretty short. It's like 280 pages or something. Mm-hmm. So like I'll probably pick it up again. The Something Wicked This Way Comes. I thought that book was fantastic, but I only read like a third of it.
Yep.
That one was less of a it's not doing anything for me and more of like a I just like kind of fizzled out on it.
Yeah, the hype sort of died.
I think both of those books were very, very competently written, and at some point in time, now that because I own them, I will go back and read them.
Yeah. Do you own them physically?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I said the same thing of the First Law books. Like we were talking about how dead thin the pages on the Stormlight book are. So I pulled out a reference book, which was the
Blade.
The Blade itself, the first book in the First Law trilogy, just to show that book is half the length of The Way of Kings, and the book is like almost as thick.
Yeah, it's literally a quarter-inch thinner. Cool ass art cover, by the way.
But that's another thing that like I'll probably go back and read the First Law trilogy because I think Abercrombie's a fucking great writer.
But when you have time, yeah.
But when I have time and I'm like more interested in getting into this slower paced sort of thing, maybe after I ingratiate myself with Stormlight a little bit, because that's kind of paced in a similar fashion. But it was billed to me as paced in that fashion. I think I bought the Abercrombie book kind of blind.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mood to read something a little slower, I'll do that. I still want to go through and read all the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake fantasy fan.
Yep.
I'm a fake fantasy fan. I haven't read Lord of the Rings. I read like half of The Hobbit.
He's a faker, dude.
I thought The Hobbit was eloquently written, but there was another one I just fizzled out on. It's not like I didn't like it, so I fizzled out on it, put it away, and read something else.
You needed like a change, yeah.
But I want to go back and read them, so I'm a fake fan. Fake fan, but I have zero interest in second book of King Killer Chronicle. No interest. Zero interest in A Song of Ice and Fire. Not gonna fucking read a series that's not finished and never will be. I'm gonna fucking read it. And the Song of the Ice and Fire is an even harder sell because all of those books are like fucking 1,200 pages. I'm not gonna read 7 1,200-page books to know that the 8th one is never gonna come out.
Dude, that's like at least 1,500 pages.
Like
Damn.
That's at least
minimum. That's crazy.
That's why I bought Stormlight now, is because the first 5 books are out and it's the complete first era of the world. So if Brandon Sanderson blows up tomorrow,
or just somehow quits,
or somehow is like, I was talking to Pat Rothfuss the other day, and he was telling me writing books is dumb and stupid and stinky, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So then I still have an entire arc, an entire saga that I can read through.
Yeah.
So life's too short to not read and consume fucking bullshit.
Yeah. To
read and consume bullshit. Only watch Peak. Don't feel bad for like DNFing shit.
Yeah.
I do it often.
It's FOMO at the end of the day. It's fear of missing out. You know? That happens with a lot of stuff. TV shows.
I think like
movies.
I get in, get an idea, see what's going on, and then I
Take a step back.
I step out.
Yeah.
If the Amazon preview of something really titillates me, then I'll probably pick it up, and then I'll just put it on a shelf somewhere. Yeah. Like I still have a copy of Small Gods by Terry Pratchett. Haven't opened that book. Mm-hmm. I bought it months ago. I have not opened that book.
Sort of like a physical reminder.
Yeah, I put it. What I did is the box that I have that I bought the Stormlight books 1 and 2 in. I took the first one out, and then I took the copy of Small Gods and I put it on top of Stormlight 2. So I'm going to read that after I do Stormlight 1. So I think what I want to do is I want to intersperse something shorter and tighter in between my readings of Stormlight books. Because you know me, I'm a guy who likes them tight. Because I have a small attention span.
Not saying nothing. Just very good. Mm-hmm.
I think I did some good facial acting there. So
that means you have to check us out on Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah, you get to see me. I kind of almost did the fucking the Speed thing where have you seen that clip of I Show Speed, that meme where he's playing Fortnite and the kid is like on the mic being like, I'm gonna lose, please Speed, I need this, my mom is kind of homeless, and he's trying not to laugh, and he purses his lips super tight on his face cam. He kind of fucking
looks like he's puckering.
Yeah, and then he fucking makes the most like jubilant smile I've ever seen in my life. I saw someone comment saying that he smiled like he obtained inner peace. Go look it up. Go look up I Show Speed, my mom is kind of homeless. This is me saying this, pointing out this meme is not an endorsement. I don't know what Speed does other than like this fucking meme. So if he's like a terrible guy,
no, he's actually like one of the best.
Oh, is he?
He like donates a shit ton of money.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
all right.
Yeah. He's like one of the most
every
wholesome.
single action he's ever done. I remember because he pulled his dick out on stream one time on accident.
Yeah.
On accident, he was doing a bit and his dick came out.
Shit was swinging.
I remember that. But other than that, I don't know if I know he's super popular.
Yeah, no, he's from what I've seen, he's very like one of the most wholesome streamers.
Him and what's the other one? Kai Cenat. Mm-hmm. He's fucking super popular. I've not watched a frame of Kai Cenat. I have no idea what he does.
I feel like you're not the target.
I was just about to say I'm probably like 10 or 11 years older than most of the members of Kai Cenat's audience. So
yeah, that's fair.
I'm old. I'm old now. That's it. I love calling myself old, especially around my coworkers who are actually old. Yeah. It really pisses them off. It's awesome.
They don't understand though.
They don't understand. They don't understand what it's like to be an old man like me.
No, they don't get it. They're just old.
In conclusion, read books. Don't be afraid to not finish them, and rage bait your coworkers.
Yeah,
it's consistently one of my favorite activities. I don't have time to do it so much anymore, but when I have extra time, I do a fair bit of rage baiting my coworkers.
It's actually 4 of the 12 hours Chris works is just rage baiting.
or the 12 hours is like. I'll walk into my office, I'll look at my coworker, and I'll say, "You're old," and then I'll run away.
Scamper away like a spider crawling to the vents in your office. Like, what the?
You get mad. Someone else called one of my coworkers old, and I laughed, and he got mad at me.
Damn.
So I do a little rage baiting. We do a little rage baiting. It's called we do a little rage baiting.
Can't help it. I'm just a masturbator.
I'm just laughing at what I think is funny.
Happens to the best of us, you know. Just sort of happens on these parts, man.
Yeah, I've just been like I said, I've just been reading and writing stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, my only hobbies now, I'm super boring. It's like I'll read a book and then I'll write stuff and then I'll like write stuff, but for D&D.
Yeah. Well, it happens. All right, it sort of ebbs and flows in trends, you know. Like a new thing will come along eventually. I'm not
complaining. It's not like I'm not having a good time. If I wasn't having a good time, I wouldn't be doing it. That's kind of my whole point.
Well, it's exactly what we were saying before. Like when I said, like, just do what makes you enjoy your time. You know, like it doesn't really matter if it's reading a book or playing a game or watching a show. You know, like it's so stigmatized, a lot of things. Like, oh, you sat home all weekend and watched and binged Netflix shows? But, like,
Yeah, you wish you were me.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, it usually comes from people who
What
have...
are you doing? Taking care of your kids? I was sitting home reading books, watching cartoons, and stroking my shit. I don't know. But that's also not to say... that just because something sucks for, like, a little bit, you shouldn't give up then. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of parts of, like, the writing process that I can't fucking stand.
Like, the writing part of it.
Like, there's, like, writer's block. Writer's block sometimes genuinely makes me want to, like, fucking blow my shit smooth off. But I think if you hit writer's block once and go, nah, I'm done.
Yeah. That's just called giving up.
Yeah, that one's just giving up. But if you're like, I've really tried to take a stab at this writing thing over and over and over again, I just, like, I keep hitting the same wall. And I keep changing my strategy, and I can't quite get to it, so maybe this just isn't for me. That's fair.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I mean, I got writer's block one time, and now I'm never writing again.
Now I'm angry. Yeah. I couldn't help but think when you said watching cartoons, I was just gonna say I'm sitting up watching Courage the Cowardly Dog while I have the courage to play with my cowardly hog. I don't know why that exact bar came to my mind. So, man.
Oh man,
that's fucking wild. Yeah, I don't know. It's fair. I don't know. For me, it's like, yeah, I kind of just follow whatever like I'm trying to do with them. I'm like, I just replayed iNinja on the PS2. I emulated it.
Okay.
I just replayed through that whole game the last like week and a half before Dispatch. I'm like, yeah, probably wasn't like the best use of my couple hours. It took me like 4.5 hours to beat, but I'm like, just
in a world where we're kind of dominated by this like hustle culture, where there's like you go on fucking TikTok and there's always some dickhead who's bald and has a beard. Not to disparage all people who are bald and have a beard, but it's just usually a bald guy with a beard who's like yelling into a microphone like, I wake up at 3 a.m. and I work out for 17 hours and then I go to work and work for another 17 hours. Then I go to bed for an hour and wake up again at 3 a.m. You don't have to, no one's fucking doing that.
How I made my
guarantee
first million.
you that fucking guy's not even doing that.
Yeah.
He's just saying that.
Yeah, he's just talking out of his ass. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, I know. I feel like comparisons are like, it's the thief of joy, like they say. If you're worried about what other people are saying they do.
And especially now that we're under like a fucking, I don't think, in our lives at least our conscious lives, I don't think we've existed in an era where there wasn't an audience constantly. And it's way worse now than it was. Because when on our most formative years, being constantly observed was like kind of rare. Was like, oh, sometimes you're 7 years old and your mom takes a picture of you and posts it on Facebook or whatever. Yeah. But it's not, and like YouTube and like social media, making a living from that was like unheard of at the time. But as we've gotten older, it was like more of like a constantly everyone's trying to do content. Yeah. And now it's way worse because now if we grew up now where everyone's trying to make content, well, it's constantly used to being observed. So especially now in this like weird surveillance state that we have of people constantly trying to cater to an audience that's not there.
Man, that sounds familiar.
It sounds very familiar.
Catering to an audience who's not there. Who does that sound like, Chris?
I mean, I think honestly, I've made it very clear that this is just an excuse to talk to my buddy.
Yeah.
This is, otherwise, I don't see Jordan ever.
No. We're busy boys. We just talked about this.
This is a working class podcast.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, but no, like seriously, like we live in a time where like you have no idea. You could be having a bad day at Taco Bell, blowing up that bathroom, and you're gonna find your sound on TikTok of someone in the other stall
Honestly,
being like, "What the fuck?" It's like, bro, I'm just shitting. Relax. It ain't that serious, you know. So like, yeah, it's fair. There's a lot more. I would almost say it's sort of like the candid nature of social media now, where like there's a lot more candid content. Where it's just like people existing, like someone's ordering Chipotle, and they're filming the process.
And it'll be like someone will order Chipotle, and there'll be like a fucking 15-year-old kid behind them with an iPhone, and post a video on TikTok with the caption like, "Bro is ordering Chipotle."
Yeah. The bro. Yeah.
Like, what? I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mundanity to it. So it's like people filming themselves doing like just normal shit. But then there's also just other people unconsensually recording
Everything.
other people who are just doing stuff. We're just existing.
Like you see videos, you'll actually see videos of people like, I don't know, a girl's like doing makeup in the passenger seat of a car, and someone's like, "Look at this weirdo doing her eyeshadow while they're in the car." It's like, bro, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it is a weird time. So yeah, TLDR.
It's odd out here.
Do what you like.
It's strange. It's strange for a guy like me.
Life sure is strange.
Sure is strange. Credits. Credits roll.
Yo, did you fucking hear Red Dead Redemption launched on iOS?
Yeah, I had seen that.
That's interesting.
Also, I heard it launched through Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix games. Yeah,
What the fuck is Netflix games?
it's where they have a bunch of slop mobile games that you can
Okay.
download through the Netflix app and play.
It's not like a Stadia type thing, is it?
I don't think so. No, it might be actually. Yeah. I don't think it's local. I think it is cloud. But you can play
Interesting.
like Love Island on there. You can play like these slopware games that are based on their
I thought
shows.
that was okay. I was gonna say I thought that was a television show.
Yeah, it is. It's their show. They do like their own IP as shows.
Was it like an anime dating sim?
Essentially. Yeah. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah, so they do shit like that. Like, I don't know, it's just weird stuff. Like,
I guess there's YouTube games too. Like there's YouTube gaming, but there's YouTube games where if you go on the homepage, there's like you could play fucking Temple Run or whatever on
Snake.
YouTube. Great.
yeah, it is awesome.
That's a feature I asked for. It was fucking pissing me off right now. On the YouTube app, they've changed the UI slightly. One, so that the channel name that shows up below the video, it's not the channel name anymore. It's the @ and like their fucking icon.
yeah.
And then you click on it and like, I forget if it, like sometimes it doesn't even fucking bring you where you want to go. Mm-hmm. And two, the comments section, sometimes it just switches into AI mode.
Yeah, and it gives you an overview.
And you can't not click it. So if you want to click into the comments, but it's switched into AI mode, and no matter how much you swipe, you can't get back into the fucking comments.
That sounds more like a bug because I can
Horse
usually
shit.
swipe. That's stupid.
Pissing me off, man. I can't fucking stand it.
I love when it gives you an AI summary of the video you're actively watching.
Oh, the AI summary too. I always find how fucking funny and inaccurate they are. Is probably very entertaining to me.
I wonder what our AI summary says.
I don't
They're
know if
incredibly racist.
I don't know if we get one. It's like some people get them and some people don't.
Probably have to be like a bigger creator. They probably prioritize it.
I think they do prioritize larger creators, but I also have seen them on like pretty obscure things.
We're pretty large, though. I mean, we have like 100 subscribers.
Large and in charge.
Yes, sir.
I did see one of the AI summaries for it was a video. It was a compilation of all the animated shorts from Legends of Evantris. It's like the D&D actual play. Mm-hmm. So like one of their campaigns, this is all the shorts from that campaign, and the AI summary was like fighting for its fucking life,
Trying to figure out what was
trying
going
to figure
on.
out what the hell was going on in these animated shorts.
You remember when, like, Chris, remember, like, when there was this thing, right? You'd watch a video, and there was this button that said, like, description, and you click on it, and there was a description man-made. Remember that?
Like a person wrote stuff in a description box.
Yeah. Like, they'd be like, oh, man. You know, what's weird, Chris, is I kind of feel like we have one. I don't know if you use it, but I used to use it. Like, it would say, like, I think something like, oh, yeah, Chris and Jordan talk about this.
And there's links there usually.
Yeah.
You put stuff there.
Yeah. But now we just need this AI to be like, they talked about Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I'm sure I'm fucking freaking out right now. I don't know what's going
These guys are so all over the place. I can't even tell. One minute it was Brandon Sanderson, and next they were talking about like AI porn. Then they were making fun of me.
I think also the idea of having an AI summary of a video you're fucking watching is crazy. Like
About like, oh my god.
I can see what's happening. You don't need to tell me.
It's like, hey, did you hear that? You hear what he said?
Yeah, no, I was there.
Yeah, but Willie, do you realize that he was talking about the RTX 5080?
No, I was there. I saw.
But what about the CUDA
I've been
cores?
seeing. I saw it.
Do you hear the part about the CUDA cores?
I'm gonna smother you to death.
I can't, man.
Did you hear about the AI teddy bear?
No.
It was a company, I forget where they were based out of, but they had a line of AI toys. And one of them was a teddy bear that had like an LLM kind of like built into it that they had to pull from the shelves because
It was swearing.
believe it or not, it's a product of its input. The AI was delving into sexual topics or violent topics.
Now, this was like an onboard LLM, or was it server-based?
I forget. I don't know exactly. It might have been a situation where you like have to boot this thing up and like connect it to Wi-Fi and have it do the processing outward.
Because that'd be a lot of
'Cause
processing for a teddy
You
bear.
can't process something on a little like microcomputer like that.
No, yeah, you need like the
So you
server.
probably are connecting outward to the internet, which is
A bad idea for a kid's toy.
fucking just a Wi-Fi enabled bear.
No.
I'm not gonna comment on that because I might lose my mind. But yeah, I think it's really fucking funny. They're like, well, let's put AI in this teddy bear, and it's alone with the kid, and it's like, hey, you should kill your parents.
And
You should kill your
smother 'em.
parents.
yeah, that's... Could you imagine? You buy your kid a bear, and then you're walking down the hallway and you just hear, hey, Jimmy, put me in your ass.
Hey,
Like, what
Jimmy.
the fuck?
Cut a hole in me.
Stick your wiener in it.
Kill your parents. Skin your cat.
Bring me their heads.
I think that is a concept literally pulled from an old creepypasta, I believe.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it was an AI teddy bear. I think it might have been like an imaginary friend type thing. But I think, hey, maybe stop putting AI in things.
Did you hear OpenAI? I don't know if this is true, but so don't totally go at me for this if I'm completely wrong. But did you hear OpenAI may be accepting ad product placement in their ChatGPT responses?
I did hear that. I
So,
also
like-
heard that they were gonna allow you to sext with the AI.
I did hear about that. Yeah, but like, so you're telling me that if you asked it like, hey, I'm having cramps. What drinks will help with cramps? It'd be like, Gatorade is a sponsor. Like, come on, like.
It's so obvious that these companies are in the fucking death throes right now because everyone fucking knows this. I don't understand why this lesson hasn't been learned yet. Is that companies that offer a digital experience very rarely make money.
Yeah.
Very rarely do they make money. But people use them. And AI is such a fucking expensive thing to do.
Dude.
That there's no way it will ever make money
On its own.
in its current state. Even if you had every single user of ChatGPT, if you had every single user paying like the full $100 a month subscription or whatever, they're still not making any money because they've put like
It hemorrhages money.
they put like $500 billion into this, and they don't pull in any revenue because it's akin to just, hey, check this out, and people use it for 2 seconds and go, nice, and then that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It is definitely tough. Digital services like that have always been proven to be tough.
So
especially ones like AI.
So they're in the death throes of
We are hemorrhaging money.
we need to make money like now.
Yeah. Investors are pulling out. Yeah.
And it is a little alarming that a lot of our economy hinges on this specific bubble that's about to go away.
Yeah.
NVIDIA, I had no idea. I knew NVIDIA was big in the AI space. I didn't know how big they were.
That's like most of their revenue now, isn't it?
Yeah. Like their market,
It's like 70%.
I think their market cap now is like $5 trillion or something. It's I knew they were like top 10 companies. I didn't know they were the top by a far margin.
Yeah.
Like far and away, like even above like Amazon, Apple. NVIDIA is like the top company
Top
right
dog,
now.
yeah.
it is a little worrying. But what do I know?
I'm just a guy on a working class podcast.
It was a working class podcast,
Yeah.
So when the AI takes over, and uses this as propaganda, that's this will be, it'll be the thing that that damns me to the electric chair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What about have you seen like the fucking crazy RAM prices right now because of AI?
Yeah.
Because of dude, some 32 gigabyte sticks of RAM have increased 500%.
Yeah, they were fucking giving it away when I built my computer.
Yeah.
Because when I bought my motherboard, they're like, hey, for free, we'll give you 32 gigs of RAM. So I bought another 32 gigs as well. So I spent like $100 on RAM, and I had 64 gigs. That same kit is like fucking $800 now.
Yeah.
Like, what the I feel like it's just fucking 2013 again. Where like a 64 gig kit of RAM was like you needed
$500.
8 sticks, and it was $700.
Yeah. And now that GPU prices came down slightly, it's like here's the RAM surge.
So, yeah, this is we're about to get rammed
by the RAM. See, this is why I'm gonna stick with photography for now, because gaming sounds like it might be taking a turn soon.
It's possible. It's possible. I think a lot of things that we're seeing with AI integration are going to go away sooner than we think.
I hope so. I would love for AI to mostly just disappear. Frankly.
Remember smart fridges? Like how that was like all the thing. Every fridge had a fucking screen on it. Now go to a Home Depot. Like none of them have one.
Yeah.
Because everyone saw it, and everyone who bought one was like, "This thing is a piece of shit. I don't want to."
The market didn't actually need it. They thought it did, but it didn't.
Now you go through and you're like, "Oh, it's an AI fridge." No, I don't think I want that. So I think it's gonna go away pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't need a fridge that I can be like, "Hey, fridge, how do I make spaghetti?" And it tells me how to make it. Like, I don't need that.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I think also, I think it has also shown itself to be so horrifically unreliable. If I offered you a product and said, this is the thing that your company needs.
This is Chris GPT.
Your company needs this product, and it will increase your productivity tenfold. It will either produce mediocre results, or results more often than not so egregiously bad that it will fucking break everything.
Yeah. What percentage of Windows 11 is AI coded? 58, I think.
I think it's less than I thought. I think it's like 30%.
Oh, okay.
But that OS is held together by fucking dental floss.
Hopes and dreams, brother.
Every week there's a new bug that shows up,
and it's major. It's not like old Windows where it's like, oh, your cursor lagged. It's like, no, we leaked all of your data. Actually, this bug sends it directly to criminals.
I was having an issue where I disabled the integrated GPU that's on my CPU.
Oh, on your motherboard, yeah.
I disabled that finally in BIOS. But if I had both on, if I booted into Windows, there was like a 60% chance that it would just freeze, and I would have to force restart my computer. Because and I was looking at the logs, and the two of them were like fighting.
Like, no me.
Like, okay, pick the fucking NVIDIA one.
Yeah. Pick the one that doesn't suck.
I don't know what to tell you. Pick the fucking NVIDIA one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wild. That's annoying. Yeah, I just I don't know. I'm over the AI thing. Like it was cute for a year. Now it can just fucking abolish itself.
Yeah. Every time I think of something where I'm like, I think ChatGPT could help with this. I think about it, and then I think about results that I've gotten in the past, and I go, never mind. I'm just gonna use Brain GPT a little more.
I just need ChatGPT for like one more semester of math, and then it can go away. I just gotta have it for this one last semester.
I think.
Well, your boy's cooked.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we should have it doing other stuff that we don't. Once we can get it to be like reliable with outputs, because there's a lot of things now that are now AI powered that I don't think, in a different sense, don't need to be. I saw a post about AI generated blueprints, like for a house. So some AI bootlicker. I was like, hey, the architects are cooked. This is an AI generated blueprint. It was the fucking worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know shit about architecture, and I could tell you this blueprint was fucked.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I thought about, I feel like you could get better results or more consistent results by doing this algorithmically or procedurally rather than with AI using a black box of data that's learning. I feel like you could just make an algorithm to do this because this shit already exists.
There's already processes and functions here, yeah.
This shit already exists. There's tools for, I'm sure this exists in other industries, but even just in the tabletop space, you can like go to a website and it'll generate maps for you.
Oh yeah, the map one. Yeah.
It'll just like this is a randomly generated dungeon map, and they do it procedurally.
Yeah.
And it's usually a lot more competent than you would get out of like an AI thing.
Right.
If we take the reasoning out, because the reasoning in an algorithm is done by the person writing the algorithm.
Yeah.
It usually gets better results. So I don't know why we're not doing shit procedurally or with algorithmically.
Yeah.
I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Yeah, no, it's fair.
I'm just the simple software guy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I also feel like giving tools like this to the masses right off the rip was kind of a mistake as well. Like, it started kind of with DALL-E a little bit, where I was like, look, you can generate pictures. And then it was like, now we have ChatGPT. And then Gemini followed. And then, you have all these other, like, little one-off ones. And now you have Sora, which anybody can use to make videos. And, like, I saw a guy the other day. It kind of pissed me off. And I was glad. The comments were shredding him. And I'm like, you know what, dude?
Good.
Fuck you. I'm glad. It's a guy who makes, like, little short films. Well, I say that. He had a verified check. He could be, like, a legitimate director. I don't know. But I've never seen any of his shit. So he was showing how he recorded a scene up in the hills of Beverly Hills. And he said he did a scene where this guy, like, gets out of the car, but they needed a scene where, like, the camera pans back and there's, like, a piece of fabric hanging from a fence to indicate someone had traveled through that fence opening.
Okay.
But he forgot to film that. So he used Sora to generate that scene. He took, like, a still from his movie or his scene, and was like, make a scene where this camera pans back focus and there's a fence and blah, blah. And it did it. And it looked okay. But I agreed with I thought the same thing that the first, like, 5 comments said. I was like, well, you're just a shitty director. Like, you forgot a scene. And his argument was like, well, it would have been too expensive to go back there. Well, you just fucking suck. You forgot a scene, a key pivotal scene in your story.
You're making the effort to get everyone that you need for this short film, everyone that you need to go out to Beverly Hills. You scouted a location. You got the permission to film wherever you're filming. You got camera people.
You set up your props.
You wrote the script. You set up props. You set up lights. You found the best day to shoot. And you didn't bring a fucking shot list with you?
Yeah.
I wrote a shot list for something I did for my film class when I was 22.
Yeah.
I think that's not that crazy. You couldn't do a shot list.
Well, then he did a follow-up video where he did a different angle of that scene from, like, a different, or I guess technically a different scene, but of that same location, where the character gets out of the car and gunfire hits the car and the guy ducks behind it. And he used AI to generate the bullet impacting the car and ricocheting off in the spark and all that. And he's like, see how quick it was with AI? It's like, yeah, buddy, there's a thing called CGI that an actual artist could do. And yeah. I get it. I get your point that you're saying this is cheaper, this is better, but it's also not. It's also garbage.
It's cheaper.
That's about it.
Doesn't mean it's better. I think also, but if you really wanted to simulate a bullet impact on something, programs like that do exist. I think even in Blender, which is fucking free, you can do physics simulations.
Yeah.
You can apply a set of properties to a material. I don't know much about Blender, but I think this is how it works. You can apply a set of properties to something and then simulate physics based on those properties. So if, like, we want this to have the properties of a thin aluminum panel or a thin steel sheet or something, and a bullet hitting it at this speed, bing, it's going to do all these simulations, all these runs of simulations, pick out the best results, kind of average them together, and then give you, here's what we animated.
Yeah.
And that's done algorithmically, written by, it's an algorithm written by a human.
Yeah. That's the thing is like people were tearing this guy up, and I was like totally on the bandwagon. I'm like, yeah, fuck this guy, bitch.
I hesitate to use AI. I hesitate to use AI in any sort of capacity, even professionally, because I know I'm just training the thing that's going to try to take my job.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
You know, if this guy's a filmmaker,
maybe having it make scenes isn't a good
maybe
idea.
having it make stuff for you is just taking future work from yourself. It's going to be harder for you to do your job in the future.
Yeah, trying to train this AI to be really good at making a movie without actually filming one might just impact your ability to be a cinematographer. Like, might affect it. You know, just putting a couple dots together.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
man.
it's literally like you showing up to work and going to like a meeting, like, hey Chris, this code looks good. You're like, yo, look how easy it was for me to type in a 4-word prompt and get all this code. I didn't have to do anything. And they're like, oh. So the person we're paying X amount
so you're not
to,
doing anything.
Yeah, the person we pay X amount, who is you, we could just let you go and do this ourselves.
Yeah, I think I think I had to use it once for some professional application. I had to convert something from one language to another, and I didn't know the first language. Yeah. So I was like, just convert this. I'm not gonna bother doing this because that's the only time I've used it. He's like, I could spend 6 hours parsing this, or I could just do this. For this one application, fine.
Yeah.
But everything else that I've done, I'll sit and figure something out. I'll spend the time to figure it out and do the work.
Or use the brain GPT.
You know, you can leverage. I do it. Maybe I'm a little old school. I'll leverage a Stack Overflow thread, or you know, I'll leverage you know, like a man page or something. I don't think that's that crazy.
Yeah. You know, I like ChatGPT and stuff like that for like hints for things. Like it is good for self-teaching certain things where like I was doing some color grading like I told you before, and I asked a few questions about like what different settings really affected and like when to use them in conjunction with each other, and like that's decent questions. Sure, I could probably look for like a forum, but then with a forum, you know, I feel like you get a lot of different opinions, right? Especially when it comes to not hard science things like color grading or photo editing. So, like, to get ChatGPT, it kind of takes the median of all that, puts it together, and is like, oh, so, you know, this tool should be used with this tool, and this is why. Or this is, like, a best-case scenario. So then you can play with those things, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I used it for that briefly with, I was trying to make a mask, like a layer mask, and take out some objects that were, like, fucked up, basically, in a shot. So I was like trying to learn how to properly mask something and do a proper feather so it doesn't just look like there's a big sticker cut out of my picture, you know? So like I used it for tools like that, just because it's also much easier than scrolling through some article with a bunch of advertisements on it. Just have ChatGPT be like, hit this button and do this, and then figure it out from there, you know? So all depends.
I think also you and I, people of our age, usually know how to research something though. I think AI is making that an obsolete sort of thing.
It's making it an obsolete skill for sure.
So now, and I'm sure they said this with books versus Google or whatever, but I think this is a lot different of a situation, because at least if on Google, yes, you're getting all these results instantly, but you have to go and search things and find out what's credible and what's not, especially when you're dealing with matters of opinion, like which whatever should I buy? Which camera should I buy? Which fucking software should I buy?
You'd watch 5 videos.
Yeah, and you go through and you do the research. Or I'm looking for this part on this thing. I don't know what it's called. I don't have a part number. Let me try to research what's going on. And you move through and you find it eventually.
Yeah.
So you still have to actively search for something rather than you type in a prompt and
it just pulls the first thing.
This is what I have.
Yeah.
And that skill is a fucking really important one, because who knows when that person who is doing this, using this for, you know, their schoolwork or wherever, their research project, now has to go out and at their job is asked to find something and search for something. They can't fucking do it. Oh, you have to find this document. It should be around, it should be in this folder if you look. And they can't find it. You're like, oh, let's look for similar things. No, they're just gonna be like, I can't find it. I don't know. I don't know where that goes.
That's honestly a great point you make, because when I was doing some research about the lenses, like I was telling you, the L series versus my lens, there was in the text that ChatGPT was giving me, like the breakdown at one point when I first was trying to figure out what all like the little codes and shit meant in the lens model number, there was entire contraindications in the same paragraph.
Yeah.
So like there was an entire part where it literally said, like almost verbatim, it was like, this lens would be fantastic for your T7i. And then the next sentence was, this lens is not functional on T7i because it's an RF mount. And I'm like, this is an EF mount camera. So how are you going to tell me in the first sentence this is a fantastic option for it? And then immediately follow it up with saying, this will not work. Because what it probably was is it probably took two separate opinions, sandwiched them into one paragraph, and there you go. So that's when I finally was like, you know what? I have a better idea. What if I go to a photography website like B&H Photography or MPB or KEH or Adorama, and I just type in EF lenses, and I look at all the lenses and I go, this one's cool, what does it do? And like we did earlier on Amazon with the image stabilization, we didn't ask ChatGPT. We went to the Amazon listing. We scrolled through the product specifications and found it.
And I found it. And even then, I was like, I don't know if this has image stabilization. I'm looking at the specification. I couldn't find it. And Jordan goes, no, it has image. It doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I looked at it.
We looked at it together, right? So that's what I did when I looked at this lens. And then I found that guy on YouTube, right?
Shit.
I had his review, and I didn't just go, ChatGPT, what one's going to be really good for me?
You deferred to an expert instead of trying to...
Yeah. I deferred to a guy who literally has a setup that he does in every camera lens review where it goes on a tripod, he compiles his pictures into one frame, and then tests it at different f-stops and shows you in the corners with an arrow, like a cross, that have numbers, the diffraction from the lens. And he'll be like, this is a 10% diffraction at this focal length. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it looks like shit, so I can see that's a bad thing. Like, an expert in his field. Not the supercomputer that soon will have sponsored things that goes, hey, you should buy the Canon lens because it's just better.
It's just better.
And more expensive. And here's why. Because it's better. And it's really not.
And I know for a fucking fact, because the people who are in charge of such things are old and don't understand things, I know for a fact that the regulations on them disclosing that advertising to you are going to be so thin, if they're even there at all.
It's going to be like in black text on a black background.
It'll weave it in. Because I'm sure there's some legal loophole that says that doesn't account for like generational AI, generative AI, not generational, generative AI. That says, well, you can't just sneak an advertisement into here. Like Google has to now mark ads, but there was a time I believe where they didn't. YouTubers or people who sell shit online at one point in time did not have to disclose that they were advertising something. Yeah. Now they do legally. If someone is trying to sell you something on YouTube or wherever, they have to tell you, I am being paid by this company, or I was given this by this company in order to try to sell it to you.
Yeah. Even Steam.
Yeah.
Steam reviews. There's a button you have to hit. It says, I was given this product for free. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing on your review. If you read a review, it'll say, this user was given the product by the developer.
Yeah.
That way, if you notice, oh, wow, all those ones say this game's great, but all the non-free ones are saying this is ass, you can now put your piece together if you're willing to do the research.
I don't know, just like fucking look at stuff.
Yeah.
Not be dumb and stupid.
Gay.
I think a conclusion here for this episode of the podcast is read books. Read books, learn stuff.
Challenge yourself.
Get challenged.
Yeah. Next time you want to look for something, right? Don't take the easy way out. Don't ask the supercomputer. Do some research. Go to YouTube. Go to Reddit. You might get a bunch of shitty opinions, but you're going to get that one good one that may help you be informed.
It's very much like being, oh shit, here's the Library of Alexandria. All of human knowledge right in this building. And instead of going in there and looking at it for yourself, you listen to some asshole standing outside the building going, hey, did you know?
Yeah.
So you have a wealth of human knowledge at your fingertips. Go look at it.
Yeah.
Go fucking look at it.
Yeah. Next time you're looking at a new car, or you're looking at a new phone, or a new TV show to watch.
Look it up.
Look it up and see what people are saying.
And
what
there's
people are saying.
a lot more resources that are free that don't get talked about enough. Mm-hmm. So look into that too.
Yeah.
Information, technical manuals. Depending on how gray your morals are, there's places where you can get stuff for free pretty easily. That normally would cost money, but there's also things that are just free. Internet Archive is a pretty good spot for that.
It is.
Internet Archive, Project Gutenberg. If you're looking for books, they have. I think there's like fucking 600,000 books on there or something. There's so many books. Go fucking look at and those are like free public domain, free legal books. There are places where you can get them illegally, but like those are free completely. Just download. They don't even fucking charge people for it. You just download it.
Yeah.
So there's so many free resources for shit that you can find. That if you look hard enough.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our PSA for the episode.
So PSA, this is it. This is we're transitioning from podcast about bullshit to kind of
anti-AI,
kind of like stern, mildly stern father figures with sad eyes who try to tell you things.
Yeah, from our own.
And then neither of us have children or much life experience. So, like both of us are 24 and only have had like cats. So
yeah.
Oh, and guinea pigs.
And a guinea pig. Yeah, 2 of them.
That thing with that big ass nose.
Yeah. All right.
So that's it. That's our thing. That's our PSA. Tell everyone where we put this working class life advice podcast.
That should be our new slogan, actually.
It's a working class life advice show, self-help.
So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Red Puppet, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed linked below. You have YouTube and Spotify where you can see us. You have Instagram, TikTok where you can contact us. And you can also do so via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats.
Yeah.
Woo!
What the fuck am I going to title this thing?
Fuck yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye-bye. Hello, thank you for watching. Hello, thank you for watching. Hello,